They're known for their intelligence, cheekiness and ability to do what we can. But just how similar to us humans are they? Dr. Victoria Strong is hoping to find this out, and the focus is on heart disease.
Heart disease is actually a really common cause of death in zoo-housed chimpanzees and gorillas and the great apes in general, which is quite surprising considering they live mostly on a diet of fruit and vegetables and not the fatty foods that we think of as being the main risk factor for heart disease in people. We're studying all four of the great ape taxa, so that's chimpanzees, gorillas, bonobos and also orangutans, and trying to understand more about why it happens, how we can diagnose and treat it, and ultimately to try and prevent death due to heart disease in our animals.
Heart disease is the most common cause of death in humans. And whilst poaching and habitat loss are the main threats towards the extinction of these animals in the wild, the study aims to discover whether this disease is also contributing.
We're not actually sure at the moment whether animals in the wild do suffer from the same diseases. It may just be that they're living longer in zoos because our care is so good. They're actually living into old age, which they just wouldn't be able to do in the wild. But we really don't know yet whether they do get it or not.
The zoo's connection with charity Ape Action Africa in Cameroon is vital to the research, as it lets them study great apes in the wild. In fact, a lot of the work is done with the global help.
We have set up a project whereby any great ape that dies in a zoo across Europe, or indeed sanctuaries or anything more globally, are invited to send the heart to us at the University of Nottingham to do a detailed post-mortem examination on that heart. And the examination that we do is actually akin to that that's done in cases of human sudden cardiac death.
It's been 3.5 years since the project began, and in that time, a mortality study of over 700 animals has been carried out to find just how common heart disease is amongst great apes. These findings are just the beginning though, with research set to continue over the next 10 years. Roshni Patel for Big News at Twycross Zoo.